Hello, everyone. Gamora, Gamora. Welcome to our final episode of Hyper Light Drifter, the tabletop role playing game. Big thank you to Metal Weave Games, the creators of the TTRPG, which is based off of the indie video game called Hyperlight Drifter. And another thank you to Draconix as well as Friends Who Roll Dice. Thank you so much for hosting us here on your channel. It has been an absolute honor and privilege. Thank you very much. We are just gonna. I don't know. I'm ready. We just recorded one episode. We're gonna record the finale. So let's go and meet everybody. Starting with our canine wayfinder, Nemo. Mo, who are you? Where can we find you? And who are you playing today?
Hey, I'm Mo, they, she pronouns, and I'm playing Nemo, they, them pronouns, the canine wayfinder. Very tall, very, very protective, much squeak.
The best canine wayfinder. Who's the good canine wayfinder? I love it. Love it so much. And how about Finn? Who's Finn? Who plays Finn?
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Banzai Baby. I'm she, her, and I also play Finn, who is another she, her otterfolk, who is a delver.
Ooh. And we've got Calamity with our favorite Fennec versifier. Who are you and who are you playing?
Calamity or Calamity Darling, she, they pronouns. I'm playing Elalla, who also has she, they pronouns, who is a starry eyed versifer, just very much wide eyed all the time. Just constantly.
Yes. Well, my name is Nomedic. You can find me everywhere at Nomedic, and I am the narrator of this game. Cool thing about this game, though, is that it doesn't necessarily need a narrator because everybody can take on that role. So if you're looking for a GM-less game, Hyperlight Drifter might be the one for you. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this. We'll do our little recap, which should be fresh on the mind of everybody. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that y'all want to work on it together. So you can each get that reroll, free reroll for the final episode. All right. Where did we last leave off? What happened last time on our Hyperlight Drifter game?
Ooh, do you mind if I start this time? So first, when we entered in to this seems like dilapidated building, we went through some surface tunnels on the bottom into a safe space, and then found a familiar face to Finn, Acer, the old junkyard dog canine, who is on questionable terms the best of times. And then we just found out that Acer's actually not bad. He's just very old and has one person he's very dedicated to, and that's okay. And then we had a moment. And Acer ended up being kinder than usual and gave us a key card to enter in, and warned us that there are silly toads afoot.
Who would like to go next?
I could go next. So we continued delving into this facility. We found the silly toads and convinced them that we were inspectors through a lot of theater. um, and yeah, we managed to get past them and continue into the building, learning that they might be some of the reason that there is toxicity, considering we found them literally in the water. And then we got to a more of a technological room that Finn kind of helped out in. Helped restore coolant to this room because it was in a critical, about to overheat mode, wasn't going to last very long. So yeah, Finn took care of that and we moved on.
All right. Mo, Want to finish
Sorry,
this
the
off?
dog hit her head and underneath the coffee table, and she's like, "What is that?"
Oh,
Also, a lot of that. So she's running around literally with the ball in her house, just squeaking it the whole time. Yeah. So we did that. We went. Did we talk about the glass room yet? Okay. The next room we went into was basically just a big old bubble, with like glass, and just we could see all the whole like river and lake and all that. And then the last room we went into was like another room similar to that, and we finally hit the button because we were worried about the button. And hold on.
You're good. You're good. If someone wants to
Boop
pick up,
the
they can pick
button.
up. It's
I was just trying to get her off the couch.
Oh, it's okay.
She can't be on the couch yet. Yeah, so we hit the button and we opened it up, and there was a crystal with like a waterfall sort of situation going on along with it, and we just said like, oh, that's a later problem, and we shut that back. Decided to keep going.
I love that that's considered a later problem. It's great. It's perfect. And then the final room that y'all went to was kind of like the server room, right? Or no, that's where we left off. We already did the server
we
room.
left off in the big whole
I
room.
reversed it. I have it written down weird on my sheet.
Never-ending crystal down a whole room
Yes,
that you
that's
just
right.
go, wow, close that up, walk away.
Horrifying. Big holes in the middle of Earth are just terrifying. I didn't realize that was a fear of mine, but it's a fear. Wow, they're deep. They just go. Where do they go? We can't even figure it out. So that's cool. Thought, why not? Let's throw that in here. But we have we know that there's somebody named Boss who's going to be coming up, and there is another door to go into. Who would like to lead us and roll through this door to see what we're doing? We are still in the exploration phase. If you wanted to, you could take some downtime right now. If there's any buffs that you want to do, might be a good idea to kind of get in on that.
It sounds like you're trying to whenever you go to a boss fight, there's like, oh, why are there all these like potions here available?
Yeah, right. You're just like stacking up, like, oh, look at this. Oh, my energy's replenished. Oh, my health. Hey, a save point. We're getting close. It's the finale. We're getting close.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend intervention point. So we already have one reroll, but I'm using Delver's luck, so everyone will get a second reroll option.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So he just available reroll. Take the highest.
Can it be used at any time?
Once. Hold on. Sorry.
Does it have to be like during a exploration phase or like combat or?
No, it just spend an I'll read it word for word. Delver's luck. Spend an intervention point to grant everyone at the table the ability to make one reroll, allowing them to keep the high score. So it's just
nice.
Yeah, whenever.
Anything.
It's great.
Thanks.
So
by the way, note whenever you write RPG characters, please make sure they have glasses on, because I'm like, oh, I can.
Yeah.
All of my characters have glasses because I need them.
I should have done that. I feel so bad that my contacts wouldn't work today.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not authentic to the character.
It's okay. Sometimes I'll be reading something I can't. I'll just put on my computer glasses. Like I need these.
I need these.
I need
Excuse me a
these.
second.
Sorry to break the immersion.
No, it's fine. We need to see the immersion to participate, so I don't know what to tell folks. Glasses it is. So, we have a blessing, kind of. We have a buff from the Delver. Little Delver's luck going on. That's 2 rerolls for everybody. Not bad. Are there any other buffs that you could consider doing? What other abilities do folks have? I'm trying to let me see character sheet real quick.
You don't really have anything that could benefit us right now. Most of mine are like either combat or like talking to somebody.
I have a one thing that's more for if we have to ever do a survival discipline roll, let me know.
Okay.
because I can spend energy to help boost their roll.
Ooh, nice.
So I could like give a certain amount of energy so they could either like if they need like 2 points to make it and not die, I could spend like as much energy as I have kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's a really cool ability. I also like the recall ability, Elalla, that you have. That's pretty dope for social interactions. The social discipline roll, you can spend a dash to reduce both thresholds by 2. So that's super helpful.
I wish I'd thought of that when we were with the toads. I honestly kind of forgot about it at the time, and I was like, "Oh crap! I could have helped with
right.
with
still had a
Nemo's
great
role. Dang
interaction.
it, we did. It still went well, but I was like, oh, we could have like had him fully convinced.
May the fear we put the fear of OSHA into their
The fear of OSHA.
OSHA.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. 10 out of 10. So good.
Yeah,
if folks aren't aware, a lot of us have a bunch of new critters in our lives, so we might be taking a moment here and there during this recording to just kind of take care of them as they need. So please just be patient. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. But we're gonna go ahead now that we've got Mo back. Mo, do you want to roll for us?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Sorry. She started eating my hand, and I was like, okay, let me just pet you for a minute.
Oh, the baby.
No dice for you, Miss Ma'am.
She said eventually.
7.
Ooh, okay, let's see. I think a 7 is another challenge. I should have this memorized by now. Yes. Yes, it is. It is another challenge room. So I'm going to go ahead and have you roll once more. Just a standard D20.
11.
Ooh, 11. Okay. The next room, you kind of, open the door, head inside, close it back up, and you notice that there is a leak in this room. Not even just a leak, but there is something. Well, let me back that up. As you enter this room, again, the lights are on. You can hear the sounds of voices beyond into the next room. But you see, as kind of like you're walking down this hallway into the room, there is rushing water off to the side. It's meant to be there. There's like a handrail, and you're kind of on this like platform, so you're not in the rushing water. It looks like the water from where you are positioned is the clean water that is about to be pumped to the various safe zones. And at the one end where the water spouts out, it looks normal. It looks fresh. It looks clean. At the end where the water starts to go through the piping to go to the rest of the towns, there is this like neon yellow kind of glowing and just kind of like moving, right? It's just kind of like pulsing the entire thing. It is slimy, it is oozy, and there are dozens upon dozens of them surrounding the pipeline hole, and almost kind of like clotting the hole, so it's causing some sort of blockage.
Ugh.
That's not good.
What is that?
Does it like if I is there stick? Is there stick?
There is a lot of debris here. There can be like some sort of like rebar pole or something. Yeah, there's a stick.
All right. I will cautiously go over to the closest blob of does it smell or well, I guess cautiously go up and poke it very gently with
Oh.
with this the sticky.
All right. As you poke it with the stick, it's very squishy, and you watch, like, when you poke it, you watch one side kind of like become more bulbous, and when you withdraw the stick, which takes a little extra tug to pull it, it's very viscous, very sticky. That little bulbous part just sucks back in, and it looks normal. Well, at least normal for whatever it is.
Have any of you two seen this before?
No.
I don't think so.
Why would a boss let this happen?
You should write it down.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm gonna give you a reroll whenever, like, there's, like, OSHA shenanigans that need to happen, because you're actually taking notes about what needs to be fixed and repaired here. Just keep that in mind. If
We
that ever
have
comes
been
up again,
each-
you get a
each-
bonus.
Oh, shit, roll.
Oh, shit.
Show roll.
Yeah, Andreas, that's a new mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
I think it should
Safety
be.
check.
Just
It
just add
feels
it in.
right.
Squeeze it in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think Nemo's gonna, like, put a paw out for the stick that Finn was using, just to
There.
and is also going to poke. Actually, try to, like, kind of scrape in a way, like try to go along the pipe and, like, try to scrape it.
Okay.
See if it will, like, scrape
hear, like,
off.
yeah. You hear, like, that sound of like it's like you kind of, like, trying to, like, scrape it, but it is like it's like stuck. And so the more that you're dragging the stick, the more it kind of just, like, it creates, like, a little river, or like a little ravine for a second, but then that ooze just kind of, like, fills it back up. You're not quite able to just scrape it off, it seems.
Yeah, they'll even put a boot up to, like, help support themselves to, like, as they pull the stick back out. And they're like, dang, I don't know what that is. Is there any on the stick, or is it all just, like, on the...
No, you've definitely pulled, like, the stick is sticky. There is some of this residue that's on it.
Yeah, they're just gonna, like, look at it and just, like, try to see if they recognize it at all from, like, any of their time out and about in the wilderness.
Yeah, do you want to roll survival?
Yeah, I can do that.
That's a good
Let's do that.
survival roll, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah, survival seems pretty accurate. Like, it's like a nature check.
I'm gonna use one of my rerolls for that.
Oh, wait. By how much? How much?
By one.
Oh, I will.
I
go
rolled a
ahead.
7. My lowest is an 8. So
If you want, I can spend. I just found helpful assistance is one of the things that I have. And then when you use a survival skill or discipline, I can spend my energy to boost your score. So if you just need it by 1, I can boost it by 1 to get that success.
okay, yeah.
Alright.
So they'll give us a partial then, right? If we hit the
Yeah.
8, yeah.
Let me
Thank
go ahead
you.
and write down my points.
All right.
Awesome. Great.
I'm gonna
use
save
of
this
that
dog from a
skill.
bag of logs. 1 second.
Okay, that's okay. So we could take a quick second to kind of go over the general outcomes. Everybody has, like, that a range of what they're good at, what they're not good at, and you want to get at least in between those numbers, or get the highest number possible that you can, which is super helpful. That's a fortune, so that's a full success if you hit that number or above. Unfortunately, if you fail, that's a full consequence, and that means that there's going to be a lot of problems that happen if you get somewhere in between your range. That's a temperance, so it's a partial success. It works, and there's going to be some consequence to that, and that could be being injured, that could be a loss of energy, that could be items lost, items broken, whatever it kind of needs to be. So in this case, with a partial success, hitting that temperance with the boost from Finn, who is also an experienced, delver. You're just to refresh my memory, you're trying to remove.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Or you're
I'm
trying to figure out
inspect-
what it is.
Yeah, I was inspecting. I was
There you
inspecting
go.
what
Yeah,
we
you were
had.
inspecting.
Yeah.
It's not something that you have seen before. Exactly before. However, in your adventures, especially as a wayfinder, you have come across maybe like hatcheries before that are just out in the wilderness. You've seen how like other creatures like lay eggs, things of that nature. This looks like an egg nest of some sort. You're not sure for what or what it could be, but it looks like these are eggs.
Great. Cool. Not a fan. So I think Nemo will relay that to the rest of the group. Like, I think someone laid their eggs here.
It,
Um,
that,
I ooh.
Yeah.
Could I just do survival really quick? Because if that's babies, want to make sure no mama
Yeah, go
or
ahead and do
whatever.
survival.
10 partial.
A partial success. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of looking around, and it's some creatures when they do lay eggs or like spawn. No, there's no maternal or paternal or just parental instinct to stay there. In this case, it's really difficult to tell. As you're kind of like looking around, you kind of look up and you see more of this like gooiness. And now that you're aware that like, oh my gosh, this is eggs, you're looking at other areas like corners, places that are just damp and wet. Anything that there was water of some sort. Now you're starting to see a bunch of eggs, and something that is laying this many of eggs. Maybe you're not so concerned about whether or not there's a parent here, but perhaps the size of the parent, because there's a lot of eggs and they're each like the size of like a melon of some sort. They're big.
I feel like somebody should know about this because, like, off the top of my head, do I know if, like, toads have babies like this? Like, we're not killing somebody's babies?
Yeah, toad folk. I don't know how toad folk are born. For the sake and purposes of our game, though, because everything is humanoid here, they have live birth. Now they might have live birth like multiple, a couple babies, but toad folk do not lay eggs in this nature. So this is more animalistic.
Oh, okay. What do you both want to do? Should we leave it here, talk to somebody, or
Let's make a. We made a note. We'll bring it up to the boss. And you still need to talk to this boss anyways in regards to everything that's happening here.
there's no way this boss doesn't know. It's
Maybe it's their eggs.
oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I don't. I feel like if I move them, I worry that I'm going to hurt them. And I'm not touching them with bare hands.
Perhaps it's time to see this boss.
Yeah. Sorry, quick side note. I got a lamb chop for her yesterday, and she's already destroyed it. Like, she's already pulling fluff out. I'm like,
No.
Oh, lamb chop.
Oh, poor lamb chop.
Rip your lamb
R.I.P.
chop.
I don't think I have the exact same one. Oh, hey, we do.
I almost bought that.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Hold on, that's actually.
I guess that song did finally end.
No, not
Oh,
the
look at it. It's so cute.
song finally ended. Oh no.
Oh,
Thanks,
no.
Calamity.
No.
Oh.
I hope it's in all of your heads now, viewers.
It is.
what is it?
Thanks for tuning in.
Don't
What
worry
happened?
about
Lamb chop
it.
song.
Don't worry about it.
What did I miss?
You don't want it stuck in your head too.
Oh, the lamb chop song.
Yeah, the lamb chop song. Oh, oy, oy, oy. Well,
Hold back.
is it time? Do we want to just move ahead to the next room where you hear the sounds of something? All right.
All right.
Is there anything else that you want to do before you head into this room?
Can I say first?
Yes, you can say first. You notice this tiny console off to the side. You insert your keycard into it.
Oh, this key card?
Oh, this one. Wow, Acer, you found a save spool. What is it, like Resident Evil? You have to have, like, the typewriter ribbon.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, the baby.
Oh.
I love the stripe and then her nose. Her snoot is so cute.
Yes, I'll send you a photo later. But her claws are 2 different colors.
Oh.
She's got like 2 black claws and like 3 white claws. Like,
Oh.
The baby.
Oh, well. I am
Yes,
I'm a
this toy thing
vampire.
now.
Oh, sweet baby.
The
I'm gonna be playing
door.
like this. I'm sorry.
No, you can play that. If you play it, it's a
Oh,
baby.
no.
We want baby time. We
We
want the baby
can't.
time.
We have to see the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, poor.
We'll
Nobody
manage
likes that.
somehow.
so sweet. One of you opens the door, spins it off to the side. You start hearing boss music and beat. No, the door opens, and you are greeted to this domed room. Again, you could see kind of glass all along the side of you, but this time it's almost like a completely underwater observatory where it is domed ahead and there's rushing water that is kind of lapping against the very top of it, allowing for natural light to come through. And again, you can see all of the underwater life. It's incredible. Whoever built this however long ago, the architecture was just masterful. But in naturally the center of the room, there are consoles everywhere. There are pipes that lead all sorts of different places. It is a confusing room of both technological wonder and just old ancient parts. And there is where did I put him? Here we go. There is a very large toad. It is red in color. One eye is black, and it looks almost as if it's just dripping this ooze. The other eye glows with a technological blue. It has this moss and algae that is just growing all along one half of its body. The other half, there is this twisted piece of metal. Perhaps, if you look closely, are those teeth from a titan? They look broken and crushed together to form this crown that sits upon their head. And adorning their neck and the rest of their back are various pelts, again, similar to those from the other toad folk. But this one doesn't appear to be humanoid like the toad folk. This is a monstrous creature, and it is large. It stands about 20 feet tall, several feet wide. It squats like a toad, but its front arms are very like bull-legged, very thick, like tree trunks. And it's just kind of singing, perhaps, if you would call it that, to itself, in this deep demonic voice as the sound just kind of rumbles from its large belly. And then it notices the door is open.
Who are you?
I can't hear the switch.
Oh, did it not go? Oh no, it's just me going. All right, hang tight. Let me fix this. Da-da-doo. Hello?
Test. Can you hear it now?
Oh, it's very low.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about now? Still low?
It's like every few words it cuts out. It's very
Yeah. Do you have a noise gate on? Maybe it's just like it's like just right in the threshold of the noise gate. That's just
Oh
like.
yeah, that could be. Oh, that's so bizarre. Because if I
do this, it'll come through better.
It's like every other now.
all right, well, thanks, voice mod. That's fine. I'll just
Voice
use my own
mod.
throat. Eris almost choked and spit her coffee out. So, that's how the finale's going to go. That is quite all right. Are you okay?
Oh no.
Okay. Who are you? It bellows. You could feel the ground tremble as it speaks.
Inspection. Sorry, I had to.
Inspection.
I didn't order an inspection.
Well, it wasn't for your orders, it was from the cities.
The creature tilts its head, its large, wide head. I need you to roll social.
I will spend a dash for my recall to reduce both thresholds by 2.
Oh, by how much again?
2.
2. Okay. That works. So it'll just be an 8. That's fine. This is fine. And I rolled an 8.
Hey.
Wow, we're getting lucky. Now that's still a temperance, so there's some complication.
I do have a reroll I could use if we wanted to try it out.
Ooh.
If you wanted to boost.
What?
Yeah.
You got 2 rerolls, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Yes, we do.
All right. Trying with this one. 19.
Oh,
Wow.
Much better.
Is that a fortune?
Yeah, because it's above my 18.
Wow.
Which is now a
Pog Tim,
16,
it's amazing.
so-
Oh, it's 16. Yeah.
Yeah, because it drops down from the 2. Even
Mm-hmm.
better. So this is a full success at a fortune. Perhaps Finn briefly flashes the shiny rock. You see Elalla whip out their fancy pen and book as if ready to relay information about the problems. The creature, though, looking to the apparent leader of this inspection team.
Under what authority do you think I follow orders from that requires an inspection?
The orders that these water mains go to all the cities, and the water's currently making them sick. It's not under any authority except for those ill people that we're looking out for.
You think I care for ill people?
And that's why we're here.
What will you have me do?
Well, we know it's probably from the gunk in the pipes.
The gunk?
Oh, I'm sorry. The eggs. Are those your eggs?
Those are my children.
Well, you are. Let me see the notebook, please, Elalla.
Here you go.
And I think Nemo's going off of the. I'm just gonna wing it to like do.
You have
like,
a
all
mad
right.
success right now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
They're like, so your children are causing people illness due to being in the pipes. Furthermore, you have some toad followers that handle some pipes further up that have welts all over them, and they're in the water. So those are some major violations that we need to talk about. And I think Nemo's just going to keep going and like listing everything off.
Finn will pop in with technical babble of like the coolants also are leaking. This place could blow up at any moment if we don't get those coolants secured.
Alalla's
it's
just nodding. Yeah. All of that.
What is it you would have me do?
Oh, well, maybe there is some agreement we could come to pertaining to the situation in the previous room.
Well,
We just want to help people. We don't want to hurt anything here.
I have a passive skill called Hunter's Journal that has like basically pick a target in range. The narrator will show / tell you a place of the target's like codex industry like entry. You can learn about your target's attack or defense or behavior and ecology.
That's super cool.
Super
So
cool.
I have lifted this creature from the wiki of the game. This creature is known as the Emperor, and it is from the beta version of Hyper Light Drifter, and I don't believe it is actually seen in the current video game, but it felt appropriate for our water aquatic-ish adventure at this point. Let's see. The Emperor, or the Toad King, prefers lake areas, and it dwarfs toad folk in size because it is a monstrous creature. That's its reward. It has, let's see, several different attacks. It is known for its leap. It is known for spewing out its own plant beastlings, which, let me pull this up real quick to see how common little beastlings are. Oh, they're so cute. They're adorable.
You need to share with the class.
Yeah, I'm gonna share with the class. Let's see. Let me
I need to see those.
let me pull this up. There you go. I put it in the Discord channel real quick. They're adorable. Like these little pink shoes. Little spikes.
Aww.
Oh my
They're
god.
so cute. They're very diminutive. They look like little bushes. And they are normally found in aquatic areas such as lakes and rivers. And you would know that like they're probably living in some sort of like symbiosis on the Toad King, and he will hurl them at you because of his large size and just massive front arms. Is known to also just pound into the ground, causing like tremors or just smashing its enemies to, smithereens. What else are you able to know?
No, just their behavior would
Okay.
be the last thing.
Their behavior, they are very aggressive. They are territorial. Let's see, out of mind. They're gross. They're disgusting creatures. They're disgusting. Yeah, that's what you get to know. Okay.
Just kind of.
This actually sounds like a really fun fight, by the way. This boss fight.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Whisper to Elalla. This one's they are mighty aggressive. Trying to whisper as quietly as possible to Elalla. Just be like, it's a toad emperor, right? I'll just be like, that looks like what I think a toad emperor is, and I read it's very aggressive.
But people are sick, and we are here to. Something has to be done.
Then do something.
I was thinking maybe you had an idea.
I will try to like Finn just kind of like wrap like the equation comes in or Finn's eyes, and I'm like, could there perhaps be a deal, because you don't want your babies raised in such an area where it's dangerous. You want them to survive, and of course somebody as majestic as yourself would want to live in luxury. Could there perhaps be a deal that we could strike? Your leash, yes, leash. I am an accomplished builder, and you like water, and I like making sure things work right. So maybe my liege, we could strike a deal in which you can get your home repaired and we can get water.
This place is of no consequence to me. It is ideal for my brood to hatch. They will spread even further.
That's not going to happen.
Oh,
If you don't care for the people that you're infecting, nor relocating, unfortunately, we care about them. So we need to come to an agreement, or we just need to handle things here.
Why don't you let me handle it the way I handle all drifters?
and you hear that boss music start to swell, right? This time for real.
I'm sorry, I'm dragging you onto a fight.
Oh no, we
No,
tried, but it's fine.
They really
It's
tried.
inevitable.
Yeah,
It's inevitable.
they did. It was pretty clever. The Toad King, the Emperor, lets his tongue kind of roll out and uses it prehensilely to shift the crown above his head, and just takes his two fists, raises them up, and slams them into the ground. You feel your firm stance almost falter for a moment as you shake, and you watch the tremor kind of cause cracks up the glass surrounding you.
I guess like those aren't word on its back, and those are things. That basically Finn will yell. Those aren't warts on its back.
Yeah, real quick, Mo, you missed it. The creature has, or I think you did, those plant beastlings. The stuff that looks like moss on half of his side are actually little creatures that are known to be thrown at enemies.
Okay, I think I caught like half of that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Love that. No,
So
I don't,
we will
but
go
yeah.
ahead and we're gonna enter our combat phase. And oof. All right, let me pull up combat rules real quick. Combat actions. All right. So combat requires, depending on what you're doing, different types of energy. If you want to strike something, you could retreat, you could reposition. There's normally a map, which I actually do. I don't have that map. There is a combat map, but because we're streaming and we're very narrative heavy, we have just, we're not going to be using that. But when you play your version of Hyper Light Drifter, you are absolutely encouraged to use the combat map. It's actually really cool. It's very similar to the video game. So if you played the video game, you might understand the rules a little bit more. But there's a bunch of different things that you could do: quick dash, recovery, heal. You could buy time to use as like recover energy, or you can hit things, which is really great for combat. There is no if I recall, it's you all have your actions first. You call out what you're doing. We make your die rolls. Depending on your die rolls, gives me energy essentially to use. It's called CP. Then I can use that, and I collect it for the boss or the enemy to make his or her own turn. So you all start first. Nobody was injured in this. It was just like a boastful show of power. What is it you would like to do?
Well, as soon as that starts, could I ready my laser machete?
Yeah. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just readying my laser machete.
I just gotta charge it up.
Got touche.
That's awesome. That's super cool. The weapons in this game are really interesting, like the rail guns and stuff like that, and the sword. The light sword is really cool.
Yeah,
right.
I think Nemo's taking out their sword and giving it a good old twirl and like getting ready.
Okay, Elalla, what about you? What would you like to do?
Got the shield. Is ready. Just sitting there like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna figure it out.
You just straight up goofy it, just
straight up goofy.
Yes, I'm getting so many Kingdom Hearts vibes right now. Like, you've got the shield ready to go. You've got the sword ready to go. Banzai's got the magic ready to go.
Also,
technology magics.
It's
Technology. Oh, actually, that would have. Oh, I wonder that would be better if I could. That is a good idea, actually. I like that. I like that.
You can. It's still it's all you all have action. Again, based on whatever energy
Your
that you want to
energy.
spend.
I will spend 1 energy then to use so I'll give you a call. Either manipulate or exploration to find something that could give us an advantage against the Emperor Toad. Like maybe I could like loose something, have a lot like cut a wire that shocks it somewhere.
Yeah, let's see. You know that right now, probably staying not in melee range would be a good idea. Its arms are very massive. And electricity could at least stun it. So, worthwhile to look into. Probably manipulate, I think, would be the better role.
I will try to just roll for that, and then if anybody else wants to do any, I'll just try to be like, hey, this 15. So that's a partial.
A partial success? Okay. Go ahead and narrate what it is that you're doing. How would you like to start off using your environment to attempt to like shock this creature?
I will go ahead and see if there's like, because of the shake, some wires have bound to have like been loose and hanging, and I could maybe like look to see if I just like looking around, seeing if I could just like loosen. Oh, there we go. I just go right there. I see like this one dangling, sparkling wire from like kind of like behind right side of the creature. And I will throw one of my rocks to maybe loosen it. So that would be a combat as well. So I spotted it.
Yep.
And I will spend another energy. So now I have like, so that's one from earlier and then this. All right. And I'll spend, that will be, I'll have 8 energy left after this.
Okay.
This throw.
All
My
right.
combat skills are not the best. Hopefully I can get it. And I still have one more reroll, correct? Yes.
I believe so, yes. And Elalla, you have 2 rerolls.
Partial success, 11. I will take it.
Awesome. So we watch as this rock, you hurl rock number 74, and you manage to loosen the cable and just the entire mass of cables that were kind of like staked on top in like the ceiling area, like some of the rails or something, comes collapsing down, and for a moment you hear zzz, as this Toad King stiffens immensely and just kind of like shifts a little bit, and for the moment it is stunned on its own turn, so it can't do anything once Elalla and Nemo are able to take their turns. Then it'll just be your turns again.
Nice.
What would you like to do?
I'm trying to think. I don't have anything that I can really do right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that I do have, like I have a shield, and I don't know if have I tried to throw it yet? Have I tried to like
Captain America, like
Captain America, like
It's shiny. You could fly.
You could try. Who knows what this shield actually does?
That's true.
Yeah.
Let the dice tell a story.
She sure does not. She does not know what this shield does. She just took it and ran. Okay. So I think that I'll let you go next. Mo. Sorry. I don't know if y'all heard that. I'll let you go next, and I'll see if I can make any like support decisions.
Okay. Yeah, I think Nemo's just gonna see once they see that the creature's stunned, they're gonna run in with their sword and going to stop it from attacking us the best way they can. Is gonna swing at it.
All right, go
So-
ahead and make that roll.
Okay. What is my combat? Combat is 8 to 16.
It's a good range.
Why do all my dice hate me?
Oh no.
Did I still have that second reroll? Is that right?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't
know what?
remember.
We'll
I
just
think
leave
that
it.
was from the. No, I think you do still have your reroll.
Okay.
Because you have
You'll
two. I
use
know you
one.
used one
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
You've used
Okay.
one.
All right, I'm gonna try that again. Because I was a 7, and then it was like
So
right,
close.
so close. That's a 15.
Okay, much better.
Yeah.
And you needed a 16 for fortune.
Yeah.
Okay. So you deal, I believe it's 1 damage. With the single strike plus 1 consequence, which I get to take that point, and store that. Yeah. What does this look like?
Yeah, so they'll like run in and like I guess they're gonna like start cutting off some of the fuzzies, the moss, the herblings. What are they called? The herb.
The plantlings,
Yeah, the plantlings.
Mhm.
Yeah. So at least
plant beastlings. Yeah,
yeah.
plantlings. We'll call them plantlings. They're fine.
Just to like lower their defense a little bit and like less things they can retaliate against us and stuff.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna ask you this: do you want the damage directed to the plant, creature, or do you want the damage directed at the boss, at the toad?
boss?
At the
Yeah.
toad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then as we're watching Nemo, kind of like almost like a lawnmower, right, hack and slash through, just kind of trimming down. You manage to like have a couple of these creatures fall off, but your blade hits true, and there's a nice gash, causing some damage to the creature. And Elalla, is there anything for you?
I don't think there's really anything I can do this round, but I am going to keep an eye on those creatures.
Okay, sounds like a plan then. The creature was technically stunned for its turn, although I do get a temperance point, or not temperance point, a CP. So it is back to your turns. What is it you would like to do? There's no actual turn order. You can plot out however you want to try to like maximize, anything like that. But it is the Drifter's turn.
I can keep going if y'all want me to, or someone else can pop in.
I say go
Uh,
for it.
Ooh. I will try to aid a little bit. With let's see what else. I will go ahead and with my let's say more manipulate, see if I can find more debris that I could just drop on the creature.
Sure.
Because it messed up its own environment. I should take
Yes, it
advantage of it.
Yes, it did.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Manipulate, or would that be explore to see if I can find it, then manipulate or combat to activate it?
I'm not going to be that granular with it. If you would like to pick one over the other, that is more than okay.
All right, yeah, I'll do manipulate then, just because. Ooh, partial 14. Sorry, 14.
Okay.
So
Excellent. What is it that you would like to find? Like what are I know what you're looking for, but like go ahead and tell me what it is that you find and then how you're going to use that.
I find more of just like on the other side, just kind of hovering over where the mossy part is, like a big like slab-ish thing that's just like kind of hanging there by a couple of wires. And that could maybe with like just needs a little nudge. Just needs a little bit more of a nudge to like fall.
Okay.
And
You
I
want to
will.
roll a combat to make that nudge happen?
I am gonna roll a combat. I will. I don't have that many rocks that are gonna be sizable. I'm gonna say that like I find extra debris to the side to just kind of chuck as hard as I can.
Perfect.
Try to.
Give
I'm
me the
healthy.
bullshit. It works.
Ooh, I do not hit it. I have
Wait.
one more reroll. Or what do you?
Oh, sorry. I know that you're in the middle of a move. Can I use something though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use my inspire, which I forgot. Doesn't just regain 2 points of energy, it also reduces all temperance threshold by 2.
Can I reroll then? Because I still won't get it if I think. Well, no, that was my last reroll. I already did. I can't reroll. So even with the temperance, it didn't.
Even with the
Oh,
temperance.
no.
Ah, no.
Sorry.
Oh,
All right. So you watch as Finn tries to like lob this big piece, but it maybe it was just too big of a piece for you to. It was a solid idea, but it's just too heavy of a piece for you to have moved to make that happen. However, because it was a combat roll, I get 2 CP that is now stacking in my pool. So I'm just gonna mark that down. Okie dokie. However, though, everybody still has Inspire, and I think that doesn't have a cooldown.
It says for the rest of this phase.
Yeah, for the rest, and we're in a
Oh,
combat
nice.
phase, so you're all boosted, which is great. How about we have though, Elalla? What does this look like? How are you inspiring folks right now?
Oh heck. So I know that the whole conversation, this is probably one of the few times Elalla is experiencing being pissed off. um, so because this creature said it doesn't care about people, and that is just not okay in her mind. So I think they kind of like are seeing all of this happen, and maybe like before they were just kind of like huddled, like shield, like ready, but like not quite like, you know. So I think maybe they like kind of like take a deep breath, hunker down, say, "Look, I don't want to hurt children, but you're hurting children too, and other people, and we're not going to let you do that." And yeah. Just inspirational as heck. I don't know quite how to end that. Probably a little more eloquently. And just kind of looks at both Finn and Nemo and says, "We can do this."
You feel that surge of inspiration, perhaps maybe not the wisest words or the most poetic, but the passion, the confidence in Elalla's voice, who genuinely is more timid and reserved and quiet, fills you with a similar confidence, reducing your temperances by 2. So well done. Well played. That's such a great move.
And giving y'all 2 energy points back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gonna put that.
All right, Nemo. How about you? What do you got?
I think with that little inspirational boost, they're actually gonna like, instead of like trying to like knock the plantlings off, they're just gonna go straight for the beast itself, and like they're gonna take their sword and just like slash at, which however high up they can reach. That I don't know how big this guy is, but like
It's big. He's like 20 feet tall. So we big.
okay, well I'm gonna go for a leg then, because like I think that's all I can reach. All right, gonna roll a combat. A 12, so that's a, is that a partial?
Partial? I think it's a partial.
Yeah, it's a partial.
Yeah.
You did the -2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would have been an 8 or a 6 to a 14 if for the -2. So still partial.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you are still able to just add another gash into this creature who once again roars out. And I think that's all. Did all three of you go for this round? I do believe so. With so many folks close to it, though, now. No, the only one who's close is Nemo. The creature takes both of its arms up and smashes down again. And let me see. He is using his ground pound. So anybody that is like actively engaged in this creature, you are either going to get swiped up into it or debris is going to cause you to fall. You will take 2 damage points. If you have anything that can like defend or protect, or you have armor on.
Oh, I do have armor on.
And I thought some of you have armor.
I have protection 1, resistance 2.
Okay. So I think that reduces it to 1 damage point taken.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's 1 damage point.
Oh, no,
So one of those points will come through.
Yeah.
The other 2 are out of range, so they're a little too far away. Let me cross off my points, though, because that costed points to do.
And I have something to do.
What's up?
I have I have a riposte.
Mhm.
Once per round, if you take damage from an adversary, you can activate this talent to make a free strike / blast against the target or target in range.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Do it.
Yeah, so I think as the debris is falling and like, you know, Nemo gets hit just a little bit, like because they brought up an arm to do that. I think as they're protecting, they're going in for another slash at the leg.
Awesome. Go ahead and make that roll.
That's a 4.
It still does 1 damage, but I get 2 points returned back, and at least it didn't cause you or cost you any energy.
Yeah.
So you still do 1 point of damage to it. I get 2 CP back. We're loading this up. We're going. We're moving. We're grooving. It's y'all's turn. It's the turn of the drifters. What's everybody doing?
All right. I'm going to pull something out that I don't think I have pulled out before yet. Because I kind of looked and I was like, oh, wait, I have this.
That's such a mood.
So kind of like weirdly, you wondered why like Finn has very bulky clothing that you just don't know how much is in there, right? And then out of nowhere, like kind of like the side, like maybe was just kind of slicked in one of the like in a holster or something like that. Finn pulls out this thing. It's a hand cannon.
It's a what?
hand cannon? Did you say a hand
It was one of the things that you could have. I have it on my character sheet.
Those are
I don't know how to narratively explain how Finn was keeping a hand cannon the whole entire time.
Secret hand cannon.
Yep, you nailed it. It just the hand cannon is a massive handgun. And
You're
it
like,
just-
hold on.
Yeah, hang on. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm very
You have
sorry.
to use 2 little otter hands.
Yeah, it's not very the greatest. Don't use it in emergency situations. And we'll fire the hand cannon. I say, well, but first I go, Nemo, dodge! Like move out of the way. And I will.
There's so much to hit. Why you tell me to dodge?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I have to think. Okay, yeah, I'm going to aim. I just kind of heads up, and this is fire the hand cannon.
I love this. This is great. This is fantastic.
This is.
Go
I
ahead
love
and make
this
that
game.
combat roll for, I believe, blast.
Yeah.
I need,
So that's
like,
combat. So it's a 16 instead of an 18 because of the help, right?
Correct.
Oh, 17. So it's a full.
It's a full success. I get no CP on this, and you do an additional +1 damage. So that's
So it does
2.
3 damage.
Yeah, 3 total, right? Because you have the
Yes.
hand cannon has its own stat for it.
Yes.
Okay, cool beans. So that's 3 from you.
It's one of my other rocks that I put. There's a lot of rocks in here. I could load in here. It's a rock. It's a special rock. All the rocks.
I love that concept so freaking much. It's great. It's beautiful. So everybody, you hear in this like echoey chamber, right? This is a dome, just as this hand cannon fires off, almost sending Finn off of her feet, right? As she just kind of like gets stable again. But there is a nice size wound now in the arm of the Toad King, who once again bellows out and kind of like starts repositioning to move closer. Who's next? What more would you like to do?
Elalla, you wanna go?
I'm wondering if I should throw the shield. I'm debating. I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm thinking about it.
Do what your heart tells you. What is
I'm right here.
Hot.
I'm right here if I needed to throw it back at you or something.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe it's like one of those Captain America shields and it just comes like boomerangs back.
We
Maybe
don't,
you're
we
just
don't
like,
know. We don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. I think like she kind of looks at it and goes, and then like goes to Captain America at this toad
I love
creature.
it.
So she did take some combat because her family it's actually part of her backstory. She had a teacher that just hated her because she didn't actually like combat. But she did go through some training, so she's like, okay, I know this is a stance I'm supposed to use, and then just like tries to like throw it.
I love it. Go ahead and roll that combat roll.
Okay. Are my thresholds down too?
Yeah, it's like
It's for everyone?
think of it like an
Okay.
aura.
Ah, okay. I got a 5.
Well, you haven't used any of
I
your
haven't
rerolls.
used any rerolls. I'm
Yeah, you
using it. Oh
did.
no. Oh no, I'm using it right now. Okay, hold on. No. I got a 5 again?
How dare?
I'm using
I
my
thought
other
those dice-
reroll. Where's my other dice? I can't find my blue one and I'm really upset about it. And I think this one's trying to kill me. Oh my
Just be
gosh.
like, listen here, you son of a bitch. Like, just give it a good stern talking.
I need something. Just give me this, okay? Okay, 15.
Oh, okay.
15. And my combat would be a 15 at the time. So
Oh, great. Yeah, so that's a fortune. So I don't get any CP with it. You do oh gosh, what even damage would you do with your shield?
yeah, I don't even know.
It deals at least 1.
Mhm.
And then you get an additional 1 for the fortune.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the stats on the shield real quick. It's not really a simple item.
Mm-mm.
Let me see. Find shield. I guess +3, +1 with the pool. 2. Oh no, that's for defense.
Guess nobody thought to Captain America.
Yeah, I just nobody thought to Captain America. This.
Andres, we need a shield combat, please, and thank you.
Yeah. So it's a save or reaction. Mark the shield. Slot 1. Protection 1. Shield bonus 2. I'm going to say it's probably just like a standard bludgeon.
Mhm.
So it's just the 1 plus the 1. So you do 2.
Okay.
You deal 2 points of damage if that's okay with you.
Nice. Yeah, I'm down. I mean,
Alright.
she's not exactly strong, so that makes plenty of sense.
But I think like having that inspiration, right? That drive to do something good, even though you have to use combat. You watch as your shield just flies and you hit the creature in the eye, that glowing one, the mechanical one, and you watch as like almost like a television screen, right? It just cracks and it's just like a flickering eye, rendering it useless right now. It's starting to hurt. It is starting to hurt. But it is its turn. And with some CP, let's see, what can I... Oh, no, don't click that. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so at lower HP, the Emperor's going to do this. Cool beans. Roaring. Just this massive roar. He lets his tongue kind of furl out and rips off a couple of the plant beastlings and just chucks them back towards Elalla and Finn. Let me do a quick roll to see where each one of them goes, because they are both causing him a headache. Odds, Finn. Evens, Elalla. We'll get the extra one. That is an even. So, Elalla, you're going to get 2 thrown at you. Finn, you have 1 thrown at you. And they explode upon impact. They explode. So there is just like a poof. And each of you will take 2 damage per. So 2 damage to Finn and 4 damage for Elalla.
I do have a resistance to protection 1.
Okay, so that'll take it down to 1 damage point. Elalla, do you have any protection or armor? Okay, so you're going to go ahead and take the full 4 damage.
Ooh.
I was saying no, and I just threw my shield, so yeah, I took 4.
Oh, yeah, you have the shield,
yeah,
that's
you
why.
the shield.
Oh, crossing off my points. That used all of those for now.
Oh,
And
no.
that's its turn. It is your turn now. It's hurting. It's pretty well damaged.
Actually, could I then, using exploration, seeing that Elalla is just like in the open right now, I'm gonna look really quick to see if I can find somewhere that I could direct Elalla to go to like cover.
Yeah. I would consider that what's known as a simple action.
Mm-hmm.
Where did
So that doesn't use any energy?
Yeah, it uses 0 energy. It's like
Okay.
use simple item. That's not going to count for anything.
I don't see anything. I'll be like, there's no ground cover. Sorry.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of debris here. There are pipes, but maybe they're just not large enough. There are a bunch of like smaller pipes, or they're so large that like there's just too many gaps. Like it just doesn't make for really good cover right now.
All right. If the faster get over this, the better. So I'm gonna spend an actual energy, another just energy to fire my hand cannon.
Fires a hand cannon.
Brace myself, and for some reason the smallest character has the hand cannon. This is believable.
No, I just love this. It just like folds out. It's like wah wah wah, and it goes like almost like half your size. Like
I forgot I had this. It is actually. That's probably why you didn't see it out at first, because it's just something that I had, and I was like, oh wait, fold it out. Lock this. Da, 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 da.
It's the D&D party that forgets that they have that like 10-foot pole. But like they've gone half of the adventure without remembering that somebody in the party has the 10-foot pole.
yeah.
All right. So that is a partial success. I got
Okay.
a 15.
Nice. All right. And even with the partial success, so that is what normal damage does it do?
It normally does 2 damage.
Okay, so then it will deal 3 damage because of the success. And then I get a point. Another fire or another shot rings out, and you watch as like this time maybe it clips it in the chest, and the creature's like, I will consume you, and just kind of like almost temper tantrum, slamming its fists into the ground, but its body is swaying. Some of the plantlings are kind of like falling off of it. It seems to be incredibly weak, but very, very angry. Who's next?
I can go. And I think Nemo, seeing like the momentum and the blasts that are happening, they're gonna use that and try to I guess, is it sinking at all, or is it still just pretty like up?
It's pretty up. It's stable. I mean, it's just big, so it's
Yeah.
high up still, kind of.
I think Nemo's just gonna keep going for the arms or the legs or whatever's there.
Yeah, go for it. Well,
good
the
old
nice
one.
thing about this game is that there's not like a critical fail. You just fail. You do 1 damage.
I mean, let's just still do something.
So you still do a damage. It's really hurting, but I get 2 CP. Oops, not 11. 2. Thank you. Yeah. What is? I feel like, Nemo, you're taking some swings, but like maybe you hit like a wart that's just like really callous, right? It's just a hard part of the body, and it acted in just the right moment as a little bit of a barrier defense.
Yeah.
So like,
and I also think it's got stuck as well, just because it's like, and so they're taking a second to like try to like pull it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Oof.
Elalla, what about you?
Can I ask for my shield back? Well, I would, but you're kind of like working on pulling that sword out, so I guess I've got to go for it.
Yeah, you can go grab it.
I think I'm gonna like run and go to like grab my shield. Do I have to roll anything to do that, or?
Nope. That's like it's use simple item. I would say that's just you moving to go get it.
Okay, so I run, go get it, and then I'm kind of gonna like back up a few paces, and you said the eye is already useless. Okay.
The one eye is, yeah.
I'm not going for the other eye even matters because he has so many like range attacks. Combat is just not where I can do much. Dang. Because like I don't know if a shield bash would even. What am I going to shield bash its leg? I don't know.
I mean, you could. That's still you bludgeoning attacks. You could break bones. You can do all sorts of stuff with
Fair
bludgeoning. Yeah.
I will spend another energy to do that.
Okay.
To try to just shield bash it, especially because I saw Nemo is currently struggling, so I try to kind of like maybe step in. A 17.
Ooh, is that your
currently? Well, my usual is a 17, so right now it's a 15.
Oh, so that's even better. All right, so that's a full fortune for you. You do. Let's see. Is there damage for shield bash on your sheet for your shield?
I think we said there wasn't shield
okay.
combat.
Yeah. So we did 1, so it gets 1 plus 1, plus I believe, let me pull up an additional 1 because it's the fortune. So you will do bug. You will deal 3 damage. I would like you to please describe to me how Elalla halts this creature. Because it comes toppling down. Whatever damage you do to it has stopped it. It is... you've killed this creature.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, it goes to Shield Bash. Maybe like one of its legs and like maybe hurts a bone that causes it to slip and impale itself on some piece of technology.
That's a violent way to die. Let's go with it. Elalla, seeing their friend and companion Nemo, right? Just struggling a bit, but also, Elalla, you've been hurt.
Yeah.
Taking 4 points of damage is no joke. You are very hurt right now. But your friends are doing everything they can to fight alongside of you. You are fueled by the inspirational speech that you had from before. You just want to protect and help people. And this creature right now is ensuring that nobody gets help and nobody is protected. These people will be sick. They will die from it. So you take that shield and we watch perhaps Captain America style, right? As like you go to swing, but because maybe you're clammy, you're sweaty, you're nervous, it slips, but it gives that extra velocity and just kind of curves up just enough where it slams into the skull and it sinks in just enough to cause the damage, and it's still up, it's still alive, but as it kind of starts rocking back and forth, the little plantlings falling from it, Nemo, Finn, you're having to hold on just for balance as this creature is swaying and causing tremors in the ground. It slams into the side of the domed wall, cracking it even further, and falls onto some old pipes that had already been busted from before, impaling itself until it no longer moves. Still as can be.
So I'm thinking, so I got like rocks thrown at me, so I probably have like maybe like a gash here or something. Is that what I got thrown at me? Rocks? Something like that? Like debris?
Yeah, you basically like debris. The plant exploded, so like just...
Oh, right.
Shrapnel
They
of
exploded.
sorts.
That's what
Yeah,
happened.
they
So
exploded.
I'm thinking maybe there's like an injury here. So like kind of like holding themselves. They're kind of like looking, they're like,
Oh,
Oh,
I think
you are way stronger than I thought. Because as far as like Finn could see, Elalla just pushed this thing.
just
This
like
giant
pushed it. Just force pushed this toad into a pipe.
All right. That's all Finn says.
Yeah, I think Nemo's like there, like and about to like go again, but like seeing it fall, like sort of like steps back and like puts an arm, like makes sure that like Alalla's out of the way so they're not gonna get smushed, and watches it fall and just like looks down at her and she's like, and they're like, "You okay?"
we had to.
We had to. And I think that's when Nemo turns back to Finn, who's probably saying like, "Whoa, you're so."
It's like GG.
Oh. All right. Whew. Yes. Is everyone? Well, I mean, trying to like just trying to see if there's any like extra like like kind of material to kind of stop some of the bleeding on Elalla. I don't have any healing skills, but it looks better.
Just like applying pressure or something with like a portion of your shirt, or or like your jacket.
Yeah, because this is a very good description of. I wish I had something like Elalla does, but it's more of a cape. So I think like she's using like maybe the bottom of it to kind of like also like apply some pressure and get some of the blood and stuff. So she's like,
Thank you. So now what?
I think we come here to finish doing what we can. I think we have to clean the pipes out, and if anything, we'll try to remove them as best we can without destroying too much. But we'll do what we can.
Yes, okay. I guess the first thing, make sure this area is not going to collapse in on itself.
I don't know anything about structural stuff, so that's on you.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and roll to make sure that I like what I can do to kind of like see how long this is gonna last and what I could probably do to not like maybe there's like a button to shield close like glass. I don't know. Let's see. No, I don't know anything.
oh no,
This has been a very hard battle.
This is a tough battle, but you did it. Unfortunately, I mean the glass is cracked, so it's compromised. It would need to be repaired or replaced, and you are just not sure how whoever made this got the glass this way, let alone had it secure underwater. But you can tell that at least for now, you're fine. This structure will not collapse at any moment. It seems okay, but you would not recommend folks to just come and take residence here or anything like that. Like, it needs to be repaired.
We can only.
I feel bad for doing this, but we're gonna have to take care of the unborn. I mean, I guess technically if they're not born yet, it's a little bit better, but I'll be honest, I don't
like it either.
It doesn't feel good.
Like I said, we'll do what we can to save some, but it's, I don't want to say it's us or them, but like, unfortunately, a lot of people are getting sick because of the water that's contaminated right now. All right. And I think Nemo finds that stick again and
Yeah, I feel like there's more now that you aren't in a rush. You don't have to worry about anything, coming to attack or anything like that. You can take an appropriate amount of time and collectively kind of sit and figure out how to move the eggs. What I'll do is I'll have each of you roll a survival, and we'll go with the highest roll to determine the outcome.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're all kind of helping. So.
Did you just nat 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I rolled it and I was like, I saw it.
I got a 9. So
I actually got a 17. So
yeah, it's not too bad. We're gonna go with the nat 20.
Yeah, let's go with that
on this. And I think it makes sense, right? Finn, you are kind of like the techie person, and maybe you were able to figure out like, okay, what if we build like a scraper out of the scrap, metal and kind of just give us a better leverage, and then we can move the whole metal piece that now has all the goop and the eggs on it, to a different location that's not clogging, where the fresh, healthy water needs to go. Oh, yes?
Actually, we might have somebody that will tell them they have a new job so they don't have to do the terrible job they're bored with. I mean, Elalla, you have the skills to convince the three to maybe take on their boss is retiring.
Retiring.
Don't Asia's retired left. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't go to that room. Don't
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that. Those seismic quakes felt earlier. It's okay.
No,
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It was
They're packing.
They're
Yeah.
packing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And could I'll talk be like, do you think they'll have better fun maybe going and taking care of the future? Because they'll be the boss of all of these.
Yes. We can do that.
So are we gonna like go and like talk to them and be like, hey, by the way,
Yeah. If you want to go
Here's,
ahead and just roll that
lunch bags.
that social.
I just thought of it. I was like, perfect. We have babies.
So partial success. I got a 12 and it's 14. So for my higher one.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Alalla's gonna go and talk to them and kind of be like,
You could sort of be your own bosses now, kind of like we do. And we found these babies, and perhaps you together, because you seem to work very well together, could help raise them and give them care, sort of like we do.
But by care, you mean like a job?
Well, it's a job, but it's a really good one.
Is it a job if you enjoy it, though?
Gross. Gross, Mo.
Taking care of the babies. I'm sorry. It just felt like one of those things, like, you know how like corporate managers like, yeah, it's not really a job if you love it.
if
Like,
you love it.
We're family here.
oh,
All of our souls just like, oh.
Just exhausted them out of our bodies. Yeah, with it takes a little convincing, or maybe just a little finagling of the words, right? They're like, oh, we could be the boss. Well, our last name is already boss. Oh, okay. The three toad folk graciously will take on this new army of Toad King babies, and they kind of start like piling them on to like just like little push carts or something that held like servers, and they're kind of all three of them just chittering back and forth together, planning how they're going to create like this mega corporation, and like all the babies are going to work with that. So
Oh gosh.
you did a good thing. Maybe.
Childhood labor. I don't know. It's fine. This is
Who knows? Maybe they'll build something incredible and marvelous, and we don't know. If we get a second season, we'll figure that out. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I think for just the sake of time, because I'm looking at a little time check here, there is a task that you have to do. It's the task that you came and you were given from Agban. Agbin?
Agbin.
Yes.
Admin.
Yes. Adben. who gave you a small piece of technology that needed to be inserted somewhere. Yes.
The key card. We could just find out where this key card goes, and that's where we need to put it.
Yes, indeed. Why don't you go ahead and just roll me a manipulate?
Please, I need this. 15, partial.
Okay, excellent. You are able, with a little bit more, again, now you have a lot of leeway to kind of explore. There doesn't seem to be any threats here. You kind of wander through the remaining delve, and eventually you kind of find more of you. You're led upstairs to the part of the building that was across from the rickety old bridge. Perhaps this is where like administration used to be. There are weird things like tables in desks and just old documents that have long since disintegrated. The ink has bled through. There's just nothing left on the pages. But there is a small safe. And with the key card, that purple key card, you are able to put it in, and you hear like, and the safe will open for you. And inside is essentially like a small computer that is connected to everything in this system. You know that you have a piece of technology that is supposed to help. That's what Atbin sent you with. To help keep the water clean, to help keep things running. What do you do with that piece?
Now that I have time, can I actually look and expect it to be like, what do I know? Does this look familiar?
Absolutely. Go
and
ahead
where
and roll
does
another
it go?
manipulate.
I'll just be like, where do I put this? 18, so that's a full success.
That's a full fortune. Fan-flippin-tastic. I'm going to let you narrate. You tell me what this does.
It is something that would, like, some kind of technology that it looks like it's also pre-programmed with like instructions or something in there to maybe have more efficiency. Like I guess it's just like a bigger chip. I can kind of see one that looks similar that has like a slightly smaller chip on there, and then maybe that all I need to do is just like take this older one and replace it with this semi newer piece. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but it looks bigger and like is old, but maybe not as old as the older piece. And I for some reason, I think it just has better programming or something in there. Like something may take over the system if I were to plug it in. Ooh, I like putting that in.
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead.
So I do the little kind of as dedicatedly, well, mostly I think in Finn style, rips one out, puts the other piece. Technology.
Delicately.
Very
I love it.
delicately.
You're like, oh, neat. Rip. Todd.
It's garbage. Let's put the new one in. Definitely how technology works in this world, right? Actually, it probably does. It can be whatever we want it to be. And you do though. You watch as like the system kind of like there's like a little LED screen and there's a bunch of numbers and symbols that just kind of like flash back and forth as it's clearly like updating this new program. There's a little light bar that shows like the progress of the new program, and you can start to see some of the lights dim. You hear like a much stronger mechanical hum. The wheel actually starts to turn slower. but throughout the rest of the building, like if we were to take the camera and kind of stroll through, we can see that the pipes, anything that has to move is just moving more efficiently. It is using energy more sufficiently. The water levels are cleaned at a faster rate, and the floor of that beautiful fall is actually pulled open, and we can kind of watch as like the sun hits through, bending in the water and bending through the thick glass to hit the crystal, which causes the crystal to glow even further. And eventually it's going to take some time, but you have a sense that as you're kind of watching these systems take place, it is creating a better way to neutralize the water source, and the water would start flowing much better, cleaner to the villages around, to the safe zones around. This was that piece of technology that was needed to upgrade the system. Akbin knew that, and now you've made it happen. Is there anything else that you would like to do in here? You do have Acer. Acer to take care of.
Oh yeah, we gotta make sure he's good and we get him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the sake of time, we can't go on another adventure, unfortunately. But you successfully bring Acer back to his village, knowing that you no longer are on a time crunch. You had 2 weeks to complete this mission, and you completed it with about 2 days left to spare.
Whew.
So, job well done. What I would like to know, though, I would like to hear from each of the players and each of the characters, really, as they make the return to the safe zone and relay the information to the mayor of that town. What would you want in return, in exchange? The mayor is willing to gift you anything for not only saving the town from poisonous water, but for repairing the system, for reporting back, for taking care of the monsters inside. They have an armory, they have money, they have food. What is it your characters would desire?
I mean, if nobody minds, Finn has an idea of what she would like to do. I'm actually going to negotiate with the mayor to move some folks over there who are also like, I am flabbergasted about this technology, but we need to make sure it stays. So volunteering to make a new colony in the water plant to stay there and repair. And let me be chief.
Your wish would be granted. And before you part ways, we'll have a scene with each of you together before the drifters drift apart. But she assembles a group of either new drifters who have wandered into the town since, or some folks who have more of an affinity towards repairing technology. You will be sent with a group, with an entire party, to come and take care of those facilities to ensure that it never happens again and that it is fully operational. Nemo, Elalla, what is it either of you would desire?
I think Nemo wants just gear, like maybe better sword, better armor. Just because they aren't going to be staying, they're just going to do what they've always did and start wandering again.
Which sword do you have?
I have just a sword.
Just a sword.
It's a survivor set, so it has the A sword, crossbow, and versatile armor.
Okay. In this case, the mayor is going to take you to her chambers, and through like a secret code that she types in, a door opens into a much smaller room, and it is a dark room, but hovering in the middle of it, atop a column, is a glowing sword, a sword of light, a sword of hard light, phase shifted, which is also known as solid light in this game. It is simple, but it is beautiful. It has technically many different abilities for it. You're able to attack 3 attacks at once instead of just 1 attack. It can deal up to 5 damage when fully charged. There are slots for it to have upgrades. And it glows a beautiful blue. And she reaches over and takes it down, this robotic bear folk, and hands it over to you carefully.
And I think gingerly, Nemo will take it and just look it over, and then like look at her and just nod their head slowly and be like, "Thank you."
No. Thank you for saving all of our people and for providing clean water for those in the future and the surrounding area. Elalla, what is it you desire?
I think Elalla sort of like watches, like I do think she kind of goes last, kind of like sees what they do, thinks on it, thinks on the journey, and asks to continue working for the town, but in a particular way. They asked to start a research group for combating the effects of corruption.
Oh. That I think that startles the mayor. Because not only have you done something to help them already, but this is something that could potentially help so many others. Whatever resources that you need, she even sacrifices her own offices to start the research center. And there are a few volunteers who are deeply passionate. Perhaps they have lost folk to the corruption, or have seen it and experienced its horror itself. No one survives the corruption. Drifters tend to fall to corruption. But you have a team, and you are able and given the space and resources needed to begin the research on how to take care of corruption. That's beautiful. That's really wonderful. But each of you kind of have your own adventure set out ahead of you. Each of you going different ways, staying here. I would like to give you the floor, the space and time to say a final goodbye to each other. Perhaps just a temporary goodbye.
Do you think this is like when we're all heading out and like we're at like that one point where we have to split ways and stuff? Yeah. I think Nemo has like is like looks in the direction that they're heading off and then looks down at the two of y'all and is like, I know it was just a couple weeks that we spent together, but I do really want to say that I appreciated having you on that mission and getting to know both of you. and working with you.
I think yeah, same. And then Finn kind of ruffles through their many pockets. I have this, and kind of gestures for both of you to hold out your hand, and puts 2 riverstone rocks that are kind of smoothish, but in relief is a vaguely looks like us kind of like drawings.
Oh,
Not the best I could do. I'm not an artist. And then just put like like the like the day, or the basically the year that we did this or whatever, like, and it's just like all of like stick figure almost of like all 3 of us in our virtual, like, woo, and there you go. You can start your own collections now, because you never know when you need a rock.
I think I will. And I think Nemo pulls out their cans and rocks that they use for the alarm set, because they got some more, and hands them over to Elalla. Be like, be safe wherever you are, wherever the journey takes you. And looks at Finn and pulls out their old sword and hands it over. And it's like, you might need this being back at the water facility plant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, come here, you two. And, like, pick them up into like a pickup hug. Like,
Ooh. I would like to request something from you both. This town, I think, will be a bit of my home. I will adventure more, much more, but if you could come back and give me tales of your adventures, I would like that very much for my book.
of course.
Yeah. We'll see. I can give you a day-by-day chart of what we do at the facility.
Oh.
I would
Oh,
like that. Thank you.
And being a wayfinder, I will definitely have stories for you.
And they will be great ones.
Yeah. You don't be strangers. I'm just 3 weeks away, that way. Not
I'll be
too-
sure to visit.
Yeah, same.
You might need your help. I'm starting to think that maybe something with that can help with the corruption. Some sort of purification. It's a thought.
That's a good thought.
Mhm.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That reminds me, maybe it would be a good thing. The new town, we'll name it Friendbot.
Oh,
You think?
oh.
I think
Friend.
you should set up a town near the facility, perhaps. I think that would be lovely.
Yeah, that'd be good. All right. I know they're like all like standing there, just like not wanting to leave.
Like,
Gotta go, but also I don't want to leave.
I think
And
we
it-
just watch as. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was
you're
gonna say. I think in most adventures we kind of watch as the camera fades, right? Excuse me, fades to black, and lights up again. This time not on Nemo or Finn or Elalla, but years and years down the line. There is an old frogkin whose tongue is wrapped around his neck like a scarf, who is sitting in a rocking chair with several other little children all nearby, holding onto a book and closing it. And that is the story of Elalla and her friends. And we end our game there.
Oh.
Well done, y'all.
Oh, the frog boy! Why? Why?
The frog boy.
I love those sort of endings. By the way, his name's Efren.
Oh, Efren! Oh, that's right.
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Effort, yes.
Ephraim. Oh my gosh. Y'all are amazing. Amazing. You had some great combat rolls. So super great combat rolls. You limited
And then there was me.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Stop! You did a really good job.
Yeah. No.
I tried. There was an
I
effort.
just looked through my character sheet and I was like, oh yeah, I have this weapon I never used.
Got this hand cannon.
I'm like, oh, I can reduce temperance. Oh, for the whole round. Wow.
It just says that we should have probably been using it earlier and it would have made some things better. But
Yeah.
But that's the struggle, right?
Worked out.
How much stuff
Yeah.
do you bring and under stress, you forget that you have things, and especially if you don't use them. It came in clutch. But the shield. I mean, each of you did significant chunks of damage. Like, this wasn't just like a one person fight. Nemo was just consistent, and then you had the two burst damages from the others. It was y'all did really good with this, and then the end, y'all are so sweet, so wonderful. Thank you. Let's learn who each of you are and where we can find you, how we can support you before we sign off for the final time. Mo, we'll lead with you.
All right. Hey, I'm Mo. You can find me all over the internet at Sirena Bezos. That's SIRENABESOS. I'm a caretaker for Utopia, which is a BAPOC Twitch channel that does TTRPG streams and all that fun stuff. Support them where they support me, but like if you want to see what I do, just follow me on Twitter. That's all I ask.
All right, and Banzai, where can we find you?
hello, folks. My name is Banzai Baby. That is BANZAIBABY on Twitch, and then on the Twitters, instead of the baby, it's baby with BEE, because gosh darn it, they won't contact me. I want the username. But besides that, yeah, you could follow me for woodworking and cozy game, crafting game content here on Twitch. And then Twitter, just look for me. It's easier to see all the various different role-playing groups that I'm in, because I hop around, because there's so many wonderful creators out there that we need to share all sort of stories. Yes.
Awesome. And Calamity, how about you? Where can we find you and support you?
Calamity Darling on all the things. Like I said, I'm mostly on Twitch, but I am working towards one of my end of 2022 goals is to be a full-time content creator. We'll see what happens. I am also a game developer. That is something else I am consistently working on, and I have lately been considering starting to write my own tabletop games. So if you want to ever know more about that as that kind of comes up, feel free to follow me. You can support me in various ways. There's just various ways to support, just like spreading the word and getting hype with me. Honestly, getting hype with me about stuff is probably the best way to support me, because I'm like, yay, and everyone else is like, yay, and I'm like, ah. So that's I guess that. And I do a lot of charity events. I'm planning some big ones for next year. So supporting and spreading the word with that, because giving money to charities is not the only way to help. Educating yourself about them, as well as spreading the word about them, helps too, because if we learn why these charities were created, we can help prevent these issues from happening in the future.
That's true. That's so true. Thank you all so very much for playing. My name is Nomadic. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram and TikTok at Nomadic. I do TTRPG things and TTRPG spaces. I have a lot of games coming out, a lot of shows. I've got a podcast coming out. I'm the editor of the Stitch of Fate podcast. if you want to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, the best way to find that information is to hit me up over on the Twitter. I want to take another moment, though, to say big thank you to Friends Who Roll Dice for helping make this show happen as well. This little gnat it's flying right in my eyes. Yeah, out of here. To Dragonix for agreeing to team up with me to produce this and make this happen, and to Metal Weave Games for being the sponsor of this show. Thank you so very much. I also want to take a moment to give credit where credit is due. The game director, design lead, and layout designer, Andreas Walters, thank you so very much. You were in chat helping us this whole time, helping us understand the rules.
Oh my god, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't realize he did everything.
Well, he's not the only one, because there's design contribution. He's just the game director, the design lead, and the layout designer for the Hyperlight Drifter TTRPG. So yeah, he does a lot.
So much.
Design contributions from Kyle Carty, Banana Chan, Lisa Brownwin, editing by Scott Vandervalk, Gareth Hodges, and Nina Sokolova. There's a whole list of artists who make this beautiful art, the layout, the overlays, the pixel graphics and stuff like that. And it is published by Metal Weave Games, once again, who is our sponsor. So thank you all so very much. Head to metalweave.games and you can pick up a copy of the basic rules yourself, as well as all of these streaming assets. So like sound effects, music, all of the different overlays, those are all available for you to actually use, as well as the dungeon map and the dungeon tiles, which I thought was really neat. So those are all resources for you that you can use in your own stream games or your home games. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you to these wonderful, wonderful, amazing players. And we will, I don't ever know how to sign off on these things. We might not see you later, but we'll see you in 2022. Be kind to each other. Okay, bye.
We'll see about the internet.
We just ended bye.